Well, here we go again. Once again, people taking it upon themselves to remove me from the BATCHEWANA discussion board. Take it upon themselves to perpetuate hate, closed-mindedness, no empathy, no caring, no open-mindedness, no open heart. Yeah. They wanted me to post stuff for discussion on the BATCHEWANA board associated with the BATCHEWANA First Nation, so it did. And I got kicked out of the BATCHEWANA discussion board once again. Because I did respond and post something associated with the BATCHEWANA board that nobody wants to face, nobody wants to talk about, nobody wants to see, nobody wants to acknowledge, nobody wants to do anything about. But there is something very dangerous about that. It's me this time, could be you next time. What are we going to do? Keep blocking people out, censoring people, canceling people like cowards? Is that what we're going to do? Keep fighting amongst ourselves, driving each other's face in the dirt? Just because you think you have the power to do that? It's pretty shameful. It's pretty shameful when your own people kick you out. Speaking your mind. Speaking truth. It's a shame. But you can't silence truth. No matter how many ways you try to do it, you cannot silence truth. That's pretty sad. When people silence truth, silence problems, silence issues that we have to acknowledge and address in the proper way. Because you see, drug abuse, especially hard drug abuse, if you're going to give people the tools to continue and encourage people to do hard drugs in order to create high levels of anomie, hopelessness, disconnectedness, this is what you'll get. So I didn't think I'd be doing a part 2 already, but that scene with Smeagol, I forgot to add it in the first part, and because when Smeagol transforms into Gollum, that's what happens to people on hard drugs. They turn into creatures. And because now I've been kicked off the BATCHEWANA board again for posting that video for those drug kits, death kits, they're trying to cancel me. Cancel culture hits again. And this is what there's a few things I want people to remember now. You may have heard non-Aboriginal people say things like this about Aboriginal people. They don't know what it's like to have money, or don't give them money because they will just spend it on drugs and alcohol. And Aboriginal people get all up in arms, that's a stereotype, don't perpetuate stereotype, all that kind of stuff. But now, at least in my First Nation, it's our leaders perpetuating the stereotype by making sure drug addiction is running rampant through the community by giving out those kits. And there is a financial aspect to this, because it's been talked about on the BATCHEWANA board about monies from certain negotiations relating to the mining of resources and taking of resource and all that kind of stuff. And in these negotiations, each band member was supposed to get X amount of dollars. You see? But those two things, they don't know what it's like to have money, and don't give them money because they will just spend it on drugs and alcohol, is being said by Aboriginal people now. By the same Aboriginal people that are encouraging heavy drug use to prove their point. It's an old strategy, a problem, reaction, solution. You create the problem, gauge the reaction of the people, and then miraculously come up with the solution. Problem, reaction, solution. It's a typical ploy. It's a typical ploy. And because certain monies from certain negotiations are being held in trust, the only one that has access to the interest of that trust money are community leaders, so-called community leaders. It's a vicious circle. And this is a problem that the community can solve if we go about it right way. But our leaders don't seem like they want to be willing to do it the right way. They'd rather create the problem and then wash their hands of it like it's not their fault. And that's a sad thing. That is a sad thing. When your own people, when our own leaders prey on the community like that, to keep us down, to keep us in hopelessness. Where's the hope? Where's the love? Where's the humility? Where's the respect? All those things that are listed under what we call the 7 teachings. Because I don't see any of it. All I see is anger. And you can try and turn this back on me all you want. But I'm not the one perpetuating this. I'm not the one handing out drug kits to drug users to enable them and encourage them to continue to do those hard drugs when these hard drugs result sometimes in overdoses and death and separation of families and destroying of hope, where community members cannot rely on our leaders. That's a sad thing. That's a really sad thing. Because see, in the end, you cannot cancel truth. You cannot silence truth. You cannot silence the truth that's in people, in yourself. Just look at it. Have courage to look at the situation with an honest heart, as opposed to a closed mind.